Back again with that Tampa Bay Buccaneer flavor. That old fashioned flavor. That Tampa Bay Buccaneer flavor. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I think you do. I'm titling this video L'appel du vide. The call of the void. It's a common psychological phenomenon, also known as high place phenomenon, that describes a fleeting, intrusive thought or urge to engage in a dangerous behavior, not out of desire for consequences, but a sudden curiosity of the unknown. See if I'm pronouncing it right. Oh, I'm not going to get into this shit. Yeah, it's basically, I've been watching this Claire Danes show, and I heard this theory from my dad before. He's a philosophy professor, but it's when you're at the edge of a cliff and you have this urge to jump, and it's because you don't want to fall, and you don't want to be pushed, so you take your life into your own hands and you jump, or just a curiosity of what will happen if you jump. And that's just kind of what I'm doing right now, jumping off a cliff. My friend Nick, he Vikimoto channel, he peers into the void. I was featured on his channel. He calls the void, the place on the internet no one watches, but people still post to. I guess my channel fits into that category. I haven't heard from him in a while, though. I don't know. He stopped watching my channel. I'm praised on that. I talked mad shit about our mutual ex-girlfriend. And also, I changed my medication. And I don't sound like Mormo anymore. I don't sound like an E-tard anymore. Sound normal and lucid. And I don't think that's good for his channel's ratings. So, I don't know. I just haven't heard from him in a while. I noticed that. But, just fun to do this. Gives me a rush. I realize it's like being a caveman and venturing into the woods, the jungle every day, because that's what the internet is. It's the most dangerous place us modern people can venture into nowadays, with all the trolls and shit. I'm so scared of trolls, but I'm the biggest troll there is. I trolled the fuck out of this dude last night. I broke his brain. I can't get into it because he says he's gonna find me. But it's fucking funny, man. But I don't know. I feel like today's a new beginning. I watched a Reiki with Anna's newest video about grounding. Need to work on my root chakra. And she grounded my root chakra, and she advised her viewers to use their anger as a creative driving life force. So that's what I'm trying to do. I didn't wake up angry today. I woke up feeling like shit, but I figured out why. I've been eating too many fucking avocados. I googled it, and it's not good for your digestive system to only eat avocados. And that's pretty much all I eat. Avocados and pretzels. And you can go to Taco Bell today and get my gut biome back in order. Yeah, but I just been saying lately that I think I have stomach cancer, but I think it's just overeating avocados. I eat 2 to 3 a day, sometimes more. And it's just a fruit that's pure fat. So I'm just eating pure fat. That's my diet, is just pure fat. I haven't gained any weight, but I'm not losing weight either. I was losing weight real good for a while, and I've plateaued ever since I've gotten addicted to avocados. But it's pretty typical of a degenerate millennial to be addicted to avocados. But yeah, the whole quest for Mortal Kombat and the controllers and all that era of my Let's Play series, I feel like that's come to an end. I have my controllers, I've figured out how to use them. I've sent my gift controllers to where they need to be. The Mortal Kombat is still, not playable online, so I guess that's the last step, but who knows if it'll ever be playable. So it's just time to move on to the next era. And yeah, I still feel the call of the void. As far as my void goes, I'd say I was on the cliff, and I realized I was already falling. So I figured if I change course just a little bit and purposely jump, I might stick the landing. So that's what I'm doing. I jumped, I'm just trying to stick the landing. I'm not trying to die, because I definitely die if I just let myself fall. But I figured if I jump, I might land on my feet. So that's the void that I'm venturing into. And that void is called insanity. And let my freak flag fly. I'm giving myself permission to be insane. So everyone who's offended by my content, up in arms. There's no use reasoning with a madman. This is some of the best FMV I've ever seen in my fucking life. This is the reason why I downloaded new games on my Batos Era. It's because I just couldn't live without this game. I had to play this game. I got sidetracked and made the 3DO video because, it's fucking 3DO. I had to make some 3DO video. But I'm going to play some more 3DO on this playthrough, but I had to start off with this because this is the one that started it all. The expansion of my Batos Era. I just hope, I do plan on adding some more. I'm probably gonna delete some Xbox games or some shit, some game files they're really big to add some more room on my card. I don't want to overload my card. I'm gonna play a little Dreamcast today. My Dreamcast games are all European. They're all European Chad files. So I've only played one of them so far, and that's the one I'm going to play today, Soldier of Fortune, the goriest game of all time. And you can choose between 60 frames per second and 50 frames per second. Which is PAL is 50 frames per second. People have all this talk about, oh, Europe is so culturally advanced compared to us Neanderthals in the United States. You play video games in the fucking PAL format, and you have weird plugs for electricity. You're not that advanced. The USA and Japan, two most technically advanced countries. We run on NTSC because, you know, you have your Louvre Museum and your Champs-Élysées and your Eiffel Tower and your Towers of London and your Queen and your, or I guess the Queen's dead, your King. I don't know what else is in Europe. Only mentioning England and France. Your former Soviet states. We have NTSC. You got fucking PAL. Sorry to all my European viewers if I'm being xenophobic. But I'm just... Maybe this is my James UFO new era, post-death era, where I'm admitting that I'm a troll. If anybody who's a regular viewer of these videos like is taking everything I say to heart, you're making a big mistake, because I'm just a fucking joker, bro. I'm a Libra. We can't see, we can't have an opinion. We don't even have a, we aren't, every other part of the zodiac signs are like an animal, like a fish or a scorpion or shit like that. The Libra is a scale, balance, which means, you know, we can't see in black and white. We can only see in shades of gray because we have to have this sense of balance. So if you're looking for life advice, if you're looking for an opinion on something, you're looking at the wrong guy, because I don't have an opinion on anything. Everything I say is bullshit, just to let you know. So I think I have multiple personality disorders. I'm a walking contradiction, and I ain't got no right. I'm actually a Virgo Libra cusp, so maybe I got a little virgin in me as well. So, but when I was into watching zodiac shit, I always read the Libra thing. I was identified as a Libra because of my laziness, my degeneracy, my cute little cherub-like face. I think I'm a Libra. This game is fucking amazing. I don't know if I've mentioned David Rodriguez on the channel, but I think I have. And moved to Puerto Rico and never saw him again, but he was all about the Sega Saturn coming out, because he had a Sega Mega Drive, or Master System. Yeah, I've definitely mentioned him while playing Master System. But he was all about Sega. It's all about the band Dishwalla. Look at that. That's fucking art right there. This game is amazing. Why do more people not talk about this game? Why was it not included on the Batosera? But yeah, I tried to tell David Rodriguez, you know, you may think that the Saturn's going to be cool, but the M2 is coming out for the 3DO and it's going to blow the Saturn away. The M2 never came out. They ended up selling off the technology for use in vending machines. The 3DO became a relic of the past. A cult classic, you could say. The Saturn was a true masterpiece. I don't know why it failed. Didn't fail in Japan, but it failed in the US. But good God, do I love the Saturn. I just fucking love this shit. There's nothing like this on PlayStation. PlayStation sucks. I'm a Saturn man. Actually, I was a Nintendo 64 nerd. I was going to buy a PlayStation. I got everybody at my birthday party to give me $20. And I was going to buy a PlayStation. And at the last minute, after playing Mario 64 at Walmart, I was like, I think I'm going to go with a 64. Uh-oh, what did I do? Because that just blew my mind. Seeing Mario, it was in the swimming level. I saw Mario in the swimming level, and I was like, this is next level. Everything on the PlayStation looks all grainy and blocky. But this is a new era in gaming. I missed out on a lot of FMV with that. But I don't regret not having a PlayStation as much as I now regret not getting a Saturn. I couldn't figure out how to hook up the Saturn to my TV when I rented it from Blockbuster in the 5th grade for my birthday party, so I never played Saturn again. Well, never played Saturn, period. Technically, I'm not playing Saturn now. But I don't know, it's time to move on to the next game. I love the Saturn, that's all I gotta say. Alright, this is Soldier of Fortune. As I mentioned, like the goriest game I know. I tried to get Soldier of Fortune 2 for the Xbox, but you can't find Xbox Chads on the Internet Archive. I guess it's because you can still play Xbox games on the newest Xbox, so I'd probably take that shit down.
This isn't a military operation.
This game isn't perfect. It's a little bit glitchy. I've noticed from my first playthrough. But I love this game. I've never played Soldier of Fortune 2.
All right, you win. We don't know what these scumbags are up to down there, but we do know their leader's name.
Saber, the plan's
I have a Soldier of Fortune for the PS3 that's not made by Raven, so it's not as good. It still has a lot of gore, but it's not a good game.
Understood.
Just only has the gore gimmick.
Good luck, Hawk.
But yeah, it's kind of hard to control this game because it's like Turok style controls. This is loading a lot faster than it does on the Dreamcast, let me tell you, because it's loads slow as fuck on the Dreamcast. I bought this on PS2 as well, back in the day. It loaded faster, but it looks better on the Dreamcast. See, look at that, that's some artifacting right there. That's because it's the damn European version. I gotta find the American version of this game. There we go. See? That's what I love. Feel like the Swedish chef. Yeah, I don't like this artifacting. You know, I'm glad I have it. I'll find the American version. I'll find that old American version of this game, but this is just, you know, We'll make do with what we have. In case you didn't know, Soldier of Fortune is a magazine where mercenaries can find work. That's what Soldier of Fortune is. So that's what this game is based on. So it's a game based after a magazine for hired assassins. Some crazy shit. See if I can. There we go. Let's jump. There's a jump button on this. There's got to be a jump button. I know there is. Okay, yeah, jump button. Yeah, it's hard to translate when you're used to playing it on the Dreamcast. Look at all that artifacting, but who gives a shit?
John, you read? Go ahead.
Gives it some character.
NYPD has a large group surrounded near station 6C.
Gives it
Hands
some
up.
character. But I definitely need to get the USA version of this game. This is some American shit right here. This ain't no European shit. How do I get out of here? There we go. Oh, skipped a few frames there. Yeah, I left the sound the same, the sound levels. The sound levels, I think, are just about as good as they're gonna get. I'm leaving it at that. The guy was urinating. I feel like potty humor is a lost art form. Those guts. It's almost better. It's almost more fun that I'm playing like almost, you know, a game with artifacting and shitty video quality. Because this game, it's like watching a dubbed over 1,000 times VHS tape of a snuff film. You expect a little artifacting. Oh, there's a punk rocker. He has blue hair. He's even telling everybody. Fucking hippie. Yeah, I watched a documentary about sex in the Soviet Union on Canopy. Great streaming service, by the way. If you have a library card and a Roku, get Canopy. It's amazing. You find movies like Sex in the Soviet Union. But I guess at the beginning of the Soviet Union, after the Bolshevik takeover, they're kind of like free love hippies. Everybody was naked. Everybody was having sex. There's naked in the museum. All the rules have been thrown out the window. Then things got perverted, no pun intended, where they decided that women's bodies were the property of the collective, and a man would get a little card and he was allowed to have sex with 10 women of his choice. orgies were implemented. It was all, instead of freedom, it was government control over women's bodies. Some twisted shit. But then everybody started getting syphilis, so they kind of changed course, and they like became puritanical. You weren't allowed to have sex unless you were married. And then when the man took his wife's virginity on their wedding night, if there was blood on the sheets, he would go around parading the sheet around town to show that she was a virgin and she bled when they had sex. That's what syphilis did. They just had their head up their ass. And you'll notice that about most communists, you know. They just have their head up their ass and they're sexually perverted. But that doesn't mean that I'm not, you know, all about workers' struggle and shit like that. I support unions and everything. I found out that's why GTA 6 has been delayed once again. It's because like 40 members of the staff of Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar Games, Edinburgh, tried to unionize. Well, they did unionize, and then they were all fired for gross misconduct, and they had to hire a bunch of scabs to finish the game. So if you play Grand Theft Auto 6, I hope you feel a slight tinge of guilt for your crimes against the working class, you bourgeoisie pig. Enjoy your Grand Theft Auto 6 1 year late, you bourgeoisie pig. You strike breaker. You Pinkerton thug. It's weird to think that Grand Theft Auto was made in Edinburgh, Scotland. I've been to Edinburgh, Scotland, but that game just seems so American to me. But no, it's made in Edinburgh, Scotland. Great city. I spent 2 weeks there with Jamie Lee Curtis's niece. I'm not lying. Yeah, great Indian food, great theater community, great theater schools. That's where Harry Potter is based after, all the castles there. This is a great city. I'd love to go back one day. But of all the cities in Europe, I'd have to say my heart belongs in Gay Petit. I love Paris because I love bread. And they got great bread there, I'll tell you. Great bread. I'm not a drinker, but that's the only place I can drink wine because their wine tastes like fruit punch. But I think we've had enough of this bootleg ass game. I'm gonna have to find the American version of this. I'm gonna have to find me the American version of this some bitch, because this European version, look at that shit. Look at that shit. That's just like, that's inexcusable. See, that's how you know it's European. It's the blue Dreamcast logo. They like blue instead of orange in Europe. That's just their taste. Okay, let's see. It's all PAL. It's all fucking PAL. That's why it's not working, because it's all fucking PAL. Even if it is 60 hertz, it's all fucking PAL. Well, we'll try this 60 hertz PAL. Let's see if it fucking sucks. But this is supposed to be the best version of Resident Evil 2. Virgin Interactive. There's a lot of Virgin shit in Europe. The Virgin Megastore. But I've never played this. I played the second best version of Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64, which is just technical marvel. They were able to pull that off, put a bunch of FMV into a cartridge, but it was late into the life of the Nintendo 64, and they had figured some shit out by then, and it's a huge cartridge, so it makes sense how they did it. But let's see, what's the options here? I'm a big options whore. Sorry to use language like that. But I'm just a very offensive person. It's my mom's fault. Because, I guess my parents are both very duplicitous as well. My mom is a radical feminist lesbian, but she says bitch, she says hoe, she says all that shit. We talk like Snoop Dogg around my home, around my family. I just don't fit in the mold. I'm sorry, I can't fit your mold. Kyle Whalen wrote this song called Mold. I was like, I don't wanna mold to all the places. I mean, I am repulsed by bigotry. I am repulsed by the subjugation of marginalized groups and all that. But at the same time, I can't subscribe or be held down by the strict, rigid rule structure that it means to be a liberal. I can't follow any rules, okay? I'm pre-Stalin. No, I shouldn't say that. This is a whole sex thing. Yeah, I know what I am. I'm a fucking anarchist. That's what I am. I don't like any rules. I'm sorry. And I don't mean anarchist in the sense that I'm like a super liberal. I'm an anarchist in the sense that I'm like the exploited. I'm not like crass. Fuck the USA. That's all I gotta say. Fuck the USA. Fuck the USA. Fuck the USA. Fuck the USA. Yeah. Fuck the USA. Fuck the USA. Fuck the USA. My aunt, she works at the animal shelter. She just sent me a video of a cat in a cage. Let's see what this is. I thought my aunt was homeless. That was the last I heard. She was living with some lady that the lady got sick of her and was going to throw her out of the house. The church was supposed to give her a trailer to live in, but I don't know what happened. Just say, "Aw, so cute." Yeah, I was like making my coffee this morning. And I was like, "You're not a real anarchist. You're drinking fucking Starbucks. Don't you remember the Battle of Seattle in 1999? The #1 enemy was Starbucks. When I tried to throw bricks through that Starbucks window, you left me all alone. It's a quote by Sellout Band Against Me. It's all about no Starbucks. But here I am, addicted to Starbucks, Pike's Place. I love Starbucks Pike's Place, so I just can't follow rules. I'm not going to buy that black rifle coffee, and I'm not going to buy some free trade Chiapas, Mexico coffee. So I guess I'm a basic bitch buying Starbucks with no social conscience, but I don't know. I'm just going to do me. I'm Richard, okay? That's who I am. I'm not perfect. I just can't follow rules.
Claire! Leon! I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
But at least I'm vegan. I'm vegan straight edge, better than you. So there's always that. I can have that self-righteousness. So I'm curious, what kind of frames per second am I getting here? 60 frames per second. Oh wow. Oh yeah, you're supposed to run through this part. I always forget that. You're not supposed to actually fight the zombies. You're just supposed to run through this part. Get to the gun store. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is definitely... There's something wrong with the frame rate of this. It's not very fluid. It's fucking European games. I'm deleting all of them. Finding the American games soon. I gotta find them American games. But this does look pretty fucking good.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Yeah, my friend Alex Hager. He was rich. His parents owned Hager's Shoes. So he lived in Indian Hills. And he was one of the only two people I knew that had PS2 on launch. Well, he's the only person I knew that had PS2 on launch. He pre-ordered it. My other friend that was rich, Brian Todd, he got his dad to rent it from Blockbuster and never return it. Because it was impossible to get a PS2 back then. But he brought his PS2 to Europe. He lived with Jamie Lee Curtis's other niece in Berlin. And even though he got some kind of thing that was supposed to like change the some kind of thing that was supposed to like fix the power supply. What the hell? And, when he plugged it into that East Berlin communist plug fried his PS2. He lost his PS2 that day to the Stasi. I lost my original PS2 too. I don't know what happened to it. I had it when I was in New York. I would play Castlevania Symphony in the Night. And then all of a sudden, I had all my shit in a storage unit in New York for a long time. I don't know what happened to my PS2. It got lost in the sauce. So that's what I do. I spend all my money and my time buying back my childhood. But I do have my original Dreamcast. And I do have my evil ex-girlfriend's original Dreamcast as well. So I have two Dreamcasts. So, you know, I still have my original NES. My Nintendo 64, I bought for $10 in 2008 at a thrift store. So I had it much longer than I had my original Nintendo 64, so that I've grown attached to that one. Actually, I opened up my Nintendo 64 the other day because I wanted to get the reset button working again. And it was nasty inside, but I got the reset button working again. I haven't played it much, though, because I'm all about this Bato Sato. I noticed Mike Matei, former Center Massacre fame, all his streams now, well, I'd say about half of them, are him filming on a CRT TV. I've thought he was watching me before, stealing my ideas. I've thought that before. Alright, everybody's seen Resident Evil 2, and this does run better than Soldier of Fortune, so we'll move on to another 3DO game. What 3DO game? I don't know. I'm going to have to look through my selection, but I will be back, and you'll see. Surprise! Alright, I'm glad that I am editing now because I had to stop the recording because it said microphone being used by OBS Studios. So I thought that I wasn't recording microphone, but I think Streamlabs is OBS Studios, and OBS Studios is Streamlabs. They're two separate apps, but the names are used interchangeably when referencing streaming programs online. So this game is it's another game that I have that's all scratched up. I think it's a lot of money now, so I haven't gotten a new one. This is a cool game. Drive around in a taxi and kill people. Pre-Grand Theft Auto. And if I remember right, you like your windshield wipers, like wipe blood off the screen or the windshield and shit. I don't know. We'll see. You gotta see the FMV. You know, 3DO game is not complete without an FMV. Even the Becky Burger Doom that I played on my last playthrough was supposed to have FMV. And they gave the FMVs to Becky Burger, and she was like, "How the fuck am I supposed to fit this in? You've already made me do an impossible task." But she released some stills from the Doom 3DO FMVs, and they look pretty cool, pretty gory, but maybe they didn't finish filming them. I don't remember exactly why they're not in there, but you got to have FMV. God, I love 3DO. Apparently there's another Fatty Bear game, Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise or something like that. It wasn't on the Internet Archive list, but we'll do some more searching. But right now, we're playing. We're going to appreciate what we have, not think about what we don't have, because what we don't have is so easily accessible that I can take my time. I'm sitting here playing Quarantine for the first time. Quarantine is a staple of the 3DO library, and if I'm just now playing Quarantine after installing my new games, it means I got some games to play before I have to worry about putting more games on. This is 90s as fuck, though. The guy looks like Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles. They're supposed to make an R-rated Ninja Turtles movie, The Last Ronin. But that's been canceled, and now because Paramount got merged with some big conglomerate. They canceled The Last Ronin, and now they're just making a live-action Ninja Turtles movie with the Sonic the Hedgehog director, trying to make that Sonic the Hedgehog money. Which, that sounds deceiving, live-action Ninja Turtles movie, because it makes you think that it's going to be like the 1990 Ninja Turtles movie with puppets and shit. But live-action just means they're going to have actors and they're going to have CG Ninja Turtles. So just like the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles. So, but I don't know. It's the oops. CG has advanced since then. So, okay, what am I doing wrong here? I thought okay, we're good. I almost freaked out for a second. I was like, my game's not working. Wow, this is shitty. I like that it has music, though. If you haven't noticed, I made my video feed of myself a little bit smaller because I noticed I was overlapping the gameplay with my webcam. So it is a little bit smaller, but if you look very closely with a magnifying glass, you will see my cat is humping me right now. My 19-year-old cat is still a sex pest. He's a fucking freak, and he can't go one day without humping me. But I mean, at this point in my life, he's been humping me since 2009. I get worried if he doesn't hump me, because that's how I know he's sick. Because he gets sick sometimes. He got anemia from fleas and some kind of flea-borne anemia, bacterial anemia. He wasn't humping me at that time. I was real worried about him. I thought he was on his last leg. I thought that was the end of his story. He was on very strong antibiotics for 30 days, and Once they kicked in, he started humping again, and I was like, he's gonna survive. He's still humping to this day. Maybe that's what keeps him alive. Maybe that's why he's still alive today. I asked Alexa why cats hump. I said either out of anxiety or dominance. You should ask your vet. And when I asked my vet, they said it's for him to show that he's the boss, so I guess it's dominance. He's just showing that he's the boss. Okay, I want to hit this guy to see. Okay, there we go. There's what we were looking for. Where's the windshield wipers? Could have sworn the windshield wipers wiped the blood off the screen. Is that Mandela effect? I had one Mandela effect solved by a video I watched on YouTube the other day. I could have sworn that Swamp Thing had titties in it. Adrienne Barbeau's titties, and it was rated R. But every time I've tried to watch Swamp Thing, it's been rated PG. But I found out it's the European version of Swamp Thing that's rated R, and there is an R-rated version of Swamp Thing. I watched it when I was a little kid, so many years ago. I guess they played the European version on HBO back then, but oh, that was a good little pile of gore right there. Yeah, back in the day, a game could suck like this. But if it had that gore in it, you didn't care how much it sucked. You're kind of blinded to how much it sucked. This game is alright. I mean, I got my headphones in. I'm hearing this soundtrack. I like this soundtrack. It's like a casual grunge soundtrack. This is sending me back. This is taking me back. I'm enjoying it. I don't really know what the point of this game is, though. Look at that. It's a good little bit of gore right there. My Claire Danes show I'm watching on Netflix. It says writer's block actually means you should change directions and you're going the wrong direction. I'm trying to think of things to say right now. And I've been trying to stop making videos. I keep telling myself I'm going to stop making videos, but I keep making them. Yeah, I'm definitely... I gotta burn through that Claire Danes video today, or movie today and tomorrow. It's called The Beast in Me, I think. It's on Netflix. Because I got to get ready for 8 p.m. on Wednesday. The premiere of Stranger Things. Season 5, final season. Got to get ready to watch that. Got to get ready to stay up all night watching it so I can prank call the Bloomingdale Walmart and tell them I live in Fox Run and I've been up watching Stranger Things Season 5 all night and I want a Vecna action figure. I'll leave a little link in the window at the end of this to my Stranger Things Season 4 Bloomingdale Walmart prank call where I call and say I want a Vecna. So it's gonna basically be the same exact prank call as I did for Season 4. I'm gonna add a few little things, a few little Easter eggs from Walmart prank calls of the past, but it's basically going to be the same premise. I'm a pretentious douchebag from Fox Run wanting a Vecna action figure from the Bloomingdale Walmart, and I'll also settle for a Gaten Matarazzo or Millie Bobby Brown. So look forward to that prank call coming, I guess, early Thursday morning. Time to move on to the next game. I'm taking a risk on this one. I'm not familiar with it. Pack-in video. Uh-oh. I think we might have a... Oh, no. Thought we had a glitch here. This is made by Panasonic, who made the Panasonic Real 3DO. My favorite iteration of the 3DO. So... Weird, I check it out. Okay. Instantly, already don't regret it, because we have this fucking part right here. This homeless guy dressed in a military uniform. Person experiencing homelessness. I don't want to be part of the hatred of homeless people that's going on in Bloomington right now. I like all the homeless people in Bloomington. I consider myself one of them because everybody at Kroger thinks I'm one of them. So I just happen to have a house because my dad died. Okay, here we go. You got napalm in this game. That's a good sign. Okay, where are we? What is this? Is that Japan? The coast of China? I can't even tell where the hell I am. I feel like I should go to training, but I'm going to start with mission 1. I'll just go off the cuff. Okay, yeah, I'm digging it. Early 3D modeling.
The R Empire has commenced an invasion.
It's definitely not that guy's voice.
Are advancing along the highway. If we allow them to continue their advance, our embassy will fall under their control. Before the enemy's main force arrives, you must smash their headquarters and gigantic tanks. You can contact the enemy's forces by keeping your flight course along the highway. If you run low on fuel, fly over the supply base to collect more missiles and refuel. You are now fighting against time. This mission allows you only 8 minutes to succeed.
Yeah, this game's worth it just for this shit right here. This is gold.
Without delay.
This is pure gold, but I'm sure that the gameplay is pure shit. I just have a feeling. Well, this isn't too bad. It's kind of like a battle tank. Oh, and he even has this fucking guy at the bottom of the screen. Oh, his voice changed. I've been wasting my napalm. How do I go backwards? You can go backwards in a helicopter. All out of napalm, damn it. Yeah, people talk about flying cars and shit, but isn't, you know, if you really think about it, isn't a helicopter a flying car? You can do everything a car can do in the sky. Turn all directions and go wherever it wants to go. It's a flying car. But we'll just never have flying cars in the sense like they have on
We're going to fall into enemy hands.
what's it called?
Return at once.
Back to the Future 2, because you can't control the skies. There's no roads in the skies. Where we go, they don't need roads. But think of how many accidents and people crashing into houses and shit like that if we had flying cars. They just that's why we don't have flying cars. We have flying cars. We've had flying cars since Vietnam. or whenever they got helicopters or whatever. But we can't have flying cars. We have flying cars, but we can't have flying cars. It's not safe. Maybe one day they'll have self-driving flying cars, but that's as close as we got to flying cars right now. As far as new car technologies, we have these self-driving cars in the future. We are living in the future, but those don't even really work very well. So
I wish you success with your mission.
I'm so glad that I don't have a car, because I just heard a statistic: people are spending $5,000 a year on gasoline right now.
Give those clowns a taste of the missiles. Now,
But that's not why I don't drive. I don't drive because cars are the Trojan horse to take your rights away. I don't even ride a bicycle because you can get pulled over on a bicycle, but a scooter
confirm your location with
is in that
you are way off course.
is in that slipping through the cracks.
Return
Jesus Christ, this game sucks. Yeah, I can't get harassed by the police on my scooter. I'm a pedestrian on my scooter, so I like maintaining my pedestrian rights. We're going to pick a new game because this game fucking blows. I knew it would too, I really did. But I'm glad just because I got to see that guy. Fucking dad. That guy's somebody's dad. He likes the Chicago Bears. Yeah, no regrets playing this game. Alright, I've already played Power Slave on my PlayStation, on my Batocera, but it's not Power Slave unless it's on the Saturn. The Power Slave is what proved the Saturn can do 3D, or do FPS or whatever.
During the time of the pharaohs,
I love that it has this guy's voice that was the voice of every single movie trailer in the 90s. I think he's dead now. You don't hear him anymore.
However, something has gone terribly wrong. Unknown forces have seized the city, and great turmoil is spreading into...
Yeah, the color on this looks better than the PlayStation already.
From all parts of the globe have sent forces into the Karnak Valley, but none have returned. The great power of this new empire is quickly crushing the best forces.
Okay, that's enough. I don't want to bore people. The guy has a very engaging voice, but I got to get on with the real gameplay. I bought Power Slave Remastered for the PS5. Played it for about 5 minutes. It's on sale for $10, so no regrets. But this is the Power Slave we all want. I would be amiss if I didn't play it right now. So yeah, this plays better than the PlayStation version. This looks better. It just feels better. This is how it's meant to be. Yeah, this is great. There's that blue orb that killed James Tube UFO. Yeah, James Tube UFO. He's making videos. He supposedly has the tube back, confiscated by the police. But it's not the same tube. It's not the same tube. He has a different tube, and I don't know if he's still trolling to make people think that he's a clone of the real James. real James is dead and he has this fake tube as a cover-up, but it's not the same tube. So he's still trolling, or he really was killed by the blue orb. But yeah, I keep coming back to James Tube UFO. I can't stay away. God, what a waste of time. My inner voice told me during the whole James Tube UFO fiasco, this is going to be the worst weekend of your life. And I thought something bad was going to happen to my cats or something. So I was like preparing for that. But it was probably one of the worst weekends of my life because I was just stuck watching James Tube UFO, losing my mind for 3 or 4 days. I lost track of time. I don't know how long exactly I was watching James Tube UFO. But, God, what a waste of time. That thing looks so fucking fake from the beginning. I should have known. But I just like Fox Mulder, I want to believe. I want to believe. I'll believe just about anything. I'm not gullible. Yeah, I played through this game and figured out what to do. I got kind of far on the PS5 version, but I don't know what to do. And to be honest, I'm starting to feel a little queasy playing this, but I can't honestly say if it's the game itself or it's because I've already eaten avocado toast today. My stomach hurt so bad when I woke up this morning. Okay, yeah, that's how you do it. I'm getting it. I'll figure it out. Yeah, you actually start killing people eventually. The spider killings. I want to at least get past the spider killing into the people killing because it's just boring. And I want to give people an impression that this game is just killing spiders because you kill like Egyptian guys and shit. Ooh, I love them at retro achievements. I'm the only person I know that uses retro achievements, so it's not like I have something to brag to my friends about.
Welcome, mortal. I am King Ramses.
If anybody watching wants to add me on retro achievements, my name is Alafia AGP.
Not forgotten, and my spirit was blessed in the realm of the dead. For centuries I lived in splendid afterlife among the most powerful gods of the world. Now, my eternal sleep has been broken by a savage race of creatures known as the Kilmat. These beasts have stolen my mummified corpse and are draining the power from it to use as their own. If they succeed, chaos will spread across the earth like a terrible wave of fire, burning all living things in its path. The world as we know it will die a painful death. It is you, Great One, that must do justice for the sake of mankind and shun this evil. Seek out the 6 deadly artifacts that once adorned my tomb, given to me by the most powerful gods of Egypt.
Watching these videos, I realize how many
Across the valley and are highly guarded. These artifacts hold great powers and
nicotine lozenges I actually go through. I pop these shits like candy. They are candy. They're
cross the highway
cherry flavored.
east side of the village. Here you will find
But
a great sanctuary that
nicotine's a hell of a drug. I'm still addicted to nicotine. I haven't smoked a cigarette in almost 2 years, but it's not going to kick that nicotine habit. I've realized nicotine is part of me.
fear not the power of the Kilmat.
It's a nootropic. It helps me focus.
Of the Egyptian gods.
I can't take ADD medicine. It'll make me go schizo, but nicotine and caffeine and L-theanine, I need those nootropics to keep me focused. Because me have ADD. Okay, you travel on this camel. We've got a Karnak, and I think that's where you start shooting people. So who wants to shoot bugs, you know? Where's the camel? He took me all the way. More bugs, damn it. Damn it, Bobby, more bugs to shoot. Damn it, Bobby. I watched a few episodes of the new King of the Hill, but too many of the voices had changed because everybody died, so I stopped watching it. But it was good. But I didn't even watch all the episodes of the new Beavis and Butthead, so in some ways I'm betraying my childhood self, you know. I think of what my childhood self would think of me now. No, so you're not watching the new Beavis and Butthead episodes? I would say, listen, you little shit, I'm too busy playing every Sega Saturn and every 3DO game, so leave me alone. I mean, I'd probably say, yeah, you're right. I'd rather do that. There's this website that has bootleg Blu-rays. I forgot what it's called. I bought every copy of every 1 through 5 of Flower, Flesh, and Blood. Sloppy Seconds Media, Sloppy Seconds Video. They have a Blu-ray of every Beavis and Butthead with the music videos from the 90s. I gotta get that. That's on my list of shit to buy. I'm a classic Beavis and Butthead guy. So give that Sloppy Seconds a try. Sure, you'll find something and you won't ask why. You'll click that button to buy, buy, buy. Bye, 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 bye. I just saw a conspiracy video that Britney Spears worked for George W. Bush. So every time there was like something, there was like George W. Bush approval rating was going down, or he invaded Iraq or something like that, there would be a big paparazzi video of Britney Spears released to take people's mind off of George Bush. She was like kind of working with George Bush. But then when she was no longer sponsored by George Bush, that's when she had that, you know, Obama was in office, that's when she had that embarrassing Leave Britney Alone VMAs performance, and her public image, no one's really been interested in her ever since, so. Being a government hooker for George Bush helped her career go on a little bit further. But she's way too crazy to make it in the entertainment industry. Have longevity. She's not like Cher or something. She can't just keep constantly reinventing herself, having residencies, and I guess she did have a residency in Las Vegas, but she can't. She's not meant to have a lifelong career as like Cher and keep releasing albums and shit like that. I'm sure she'll still stay in the public eye, but she's not gonna be a working artist or actress or anything like that anymore. She's just the butt of a joke now. Their fucking Instagram and shit. Okay, there's too many bugs and shit. I can't get to the Egyptians. I'm gonna give this one last run, one last try. We're going to end this playthrough. I'm going to finish this Claire Danes show. It's a great show. I recommend it. I recommend this Claire Danes show. And I have another piece of advice. If you have upgraded your iPhone to liquid glass, and you noticed you're having battery issues, go into accessibility and reduce transparencies, because that's what's draining your battery, is those transparent glass effects. Getting much better battery life now that I've done that. Doesn't look as cool, doesn't have as much of the gimmick of the liquid glass, but I'd much rather have a working phone than liquid glass. So I have an iPhone 11, so I'm surprised the liquid glass didn't slow it down to the operating system to a standstill, but it's actually, it runs faster in the liquid glass, so that's a good thing about the liquid glass. It's just drains the fuck out of your battery. Liquid glass, liquid ass. I went to a local wrestling competition a few years ago, and I bought a little bottle of something called liquid ass, and it smelled just like ass, like a butthole, like a dirty butthole. And I sprayed it all over the bathroom, and I felt bad. It was like what Chunk talked about in the Goonies. I heard a guy in the stall next to me actually vomiting. So he was shitting and vomiting at the same time because of the smell of the liquid ass, because he thought it really was the smell of ass. And then some staff came running in saying they thought the toilet had overflowed, but no, it was just the smell of the liquid ass. I guess that's what I'm going to think of with this iPhone liquid glass. Liquid ass. The performance of your battery with liquid glass is liquid ass. And on that note, I hope you have enjoyed this little compulsory, obsessive compulsive session for today. I'll be back for more, I guarantee it. Have a good one. Bye-bye.